Hey everybody, Superfluous J here, playing more Kerbal Space Program, and I've given it a lot of thought. I've considered all the possibilities, and I've decided that I will be darned if I quit orbital construction just because of a couple bugs. I've come up with a solution, and let me show you the problem first. The problem is, if we take Bill out on EVA here, and we just get him sitting on this ladder, right? Then we go back to the ship he's on. Then we go into map mode, and we right-click on the periapsis and the apoapsis. Note that they are changing drastically, merely because he's on the ladder. If he goes back inside, and then we go back into map mode, no problem whatsoever. That's the problem. Now, the solution here was to do orbital construction not on a ladder. Obviously, we've just seen why that isn't going to work for us. So I'm going to use the cheat system, and I'm going to go by the idea that if you're fixing a bug, it's not cheating. We're going to go into construction mode with an I. Then we're going to take this thing off, and we're going to drop it here in space. Now, this is going to be a craft that is in space that we can, when we're all done constructing orbitably, we can rendezvous with. And that's it. I'm going to do all the orbital construction I want, let this thing wander as far as it wants, and then I'm just going to rendezvous back with this using the cheat mode and pretend like we never were moving out of the way anyway. So let's continue. Let's get out what we're doing. Okay, first of all, just like before every stupid maneuver you could possibly do, we're going to hit F5. I can't quick save while on a ladder. Fine. We're going to hit F5. Then we're going to grab the ladder again, because we need to do that every single time we're going to make a change. Now, we also can't grab this. It's too far away. I wish it told me it was too far away, but it doesn't. We just have to know that it's too far away. So we're going to go over here and go on this ladder. We're going to hit T, so we're in actual mode where we can control our Kerbal, and we're going to go over here and get on this ladder. Like I said, I'll be darned if I'm going to quit this game merely because of stupid bugs, but the game's really trying to call me on that one. Let's grab this ladder, and now we're stuck on the ladder. Okay, and we can reach this now. So let's grab this, and let's, for the time being, put it right there, because we don't actually want it for anything. This has almost no fuel in it. So we don't want to toss it. I wish we could grab both of these, but we can't. We don't want to toss this. Oh, he can't even grab it. That's ridiculous. It's not that small. That's annoying. Well, I guess we're going to toss these. Let's go I. Close this. Oh, wait, we got to go back to the ship. Not that ship. That's going to be our ship. We're just going to toss this aside because we don't want it. That's annoying. But, oh well, no big deal. We saved the important part. We saved the engine. Okay, now, we've already got these batteries on the top here. But we have this thing here, which I don't want. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to decouple this. Oy, oy, oy. What I should do is I should stick everything on this guy first. I wish we had a good radial attachment for it, but we don't. So we're going to go back to Bill. We're going to hit I. And we've decided we don't want this decoupler on our ship. But we do want these two fuel tanks, and we also don't need this solar panel, because he already has solar panels. So we'll put the solar panel up here. But we want these two fuel tanks up here. But we can't do that yet. So we're going to do this. And we're going to do this. Come on, get on right there. And then we're going to leave this engine where it is for now. Okay. So now everything that's on this ship wants to be on this ship. So we can go like this and undock here. And then go back to the ship. or actually back to Bill, who's still on the ship. And now he can do all the work to get these things situated. So we're going to go back into construction mode. We're going to take this off. We'll just slap it on the space station because we don't actually want it. You know what? We do want it. We're going to slap it right here for now. We're going to put these batteries on it. And then we're going to take this off, and this is the one we don't want. I think this might be the root part. So let's go ahead and hit, let's try this here. Let's go ahead and say exit construction mode, rotate, move, and place. We don't have a root part menu. So let's go back to the ship and let's try this. Let's try control from here. Then go back to Bill, Bob, whoever. Where are you? Oh, Bill. There we go. Go back to Bill. Hit I for construction mode. And we still can't take this thing off. So this is a permanent part of the ship, sadly. So, well, let's go ahead and do it. We're going to put these on. Yeah, that's really annoying. Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to take... because we don't want to lose the batteries. So yeah, we'll put the batteries back on top of this thing. Yeah, I don't know the reason I can't remove that. I think it's because it's the root part, but I just don't know. And it probably is the root part because we docked it to the space station. So there's just nothing we can do about it. Okay, we're going to hold down Alt. We're going to flip this guy around so that when we hold down Alt, it goes like that. Then we're going to put these guys on here. And then that's it. This ship is now ready to go to Minmus. Because these fuel tanks are almost full. This ship is now totally ready to go to Minmus. With the exception that this parachute isn't exactly where I would normally want it to be. So, let's, and you know what, this isn't in a very good spot either. Oh. I'm like, why can't I move these things? Because I'm not controlling the right person, and I'm not even in construction mode. So now we're going to do this, and doesn't really matter where it goes as long as it's somewhere nice. And then we're going to put these in somewhat nice areas. I'll put this over here. Why not? And we've already got this, which... yeah, let's make it in a cool place, too. Just for the fun of it. And we want the... actually, I've just changed my mind a little bit. We want these down here. So that these can go up here. There we go. Right there. That looks fine. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong keys. That's the problem. I'm like, why are my rotations working the way I want them to? And it's because I had my fingers on the wrong keys. Okay, there we go. This should be pretty centered, give or take. Also, I don't think I can actually use this fuel because I don't think it'll go through this heat shield on this guy. That's just life. But that's it. We're done. This ship is now ready to go to Minmus and ideally get a decent amount of science. It can transmit at home, presuming it has a relay antenna at all times. It can control. We have a Kerbin in it who's a scientist. Yeah, we're ready to go. So, Bill, get out of construction mode. Let go. And get back to the space station. And we're going to assume that everything's going to be fine. And the space station, as I've mentioned, is really ugly. But that's okay. It's a work in progress. So now we're going to go Alt F12. Let's see if this will actually work. I'm not sure if we can let's see, set orbit, rendezvous with Moon 1 debris. No. Kerbin National Space Station debris, probably. Oh, double C seismic accelerometer. Approximate distance, let's say 10. Let's hit F5. And let's rendezvous with it. We've placed the active vessel 10 meters from the seismic accelerometer, and there it is. Bill, hop on out. This we're going to do in EVA mode, even though it's scary. Come on, let me grab it. Yeah, see, I can grab it now, but now I'm too far from the space station to put it back. So we have to be going towards the space station when I grab it. So that we'll eventually be able to put it on the space station. Okay. There we go. Now... I really wish he didn't do that animation. I wish you could turn off that animation. Because it does things like that. Okay. But you're ready to go back into your pod. And we know where the door is because that's where the 3 antennae are sticking out of the bottom. Antennas, I should say. And we're good. So, you. What is your job? What is this? Kerbin National Space Station. What is this? This is also the Kerbin National Space Station. This must be junk. Oh, this is debris. Okay, yeah, this is that thing we kicked off that we don't care about. I mean, we could throw it on the top of this thing, but meh. Okay. So let's go to Minmus. Like we said we were going to do 4 episodes ago. Let's set it as our target. Okay, just like with the other one, we can't go at it from here. So we're going to make a maneuver node and our ascending node to go up to the space station, or to the Minmus, the Minmus, and let's try this now. We're gonna, yeah, see that says we're gonna have an encounter, so let's just assume that that's right, and we won't care about the fact that it's wrong. So let's go ahead and add a maneuver alarm for that, and it is actually the next thing to happen in 4 minutes, and the Moonsat 1 is in 2 hours. So let's go ahead and delete that alarm. Let's aim at our maneuver node. Let's turn on SAS. We have at least 1 solar panel. It's more of a question than an answer. Yes, we have 2 solar panels. We have 1 there and 1 there. Hopefully they're not blocked by the science, but let's assume they're not. Okay, let's go ahead and time warp. I'm going to hit F5 because it kind of looks like we might be aimed directly at the space station when we do this burn. And I don't really want to blow up the space station. It's also a 3-minute burn, which is longer than I like to do. It's also got an engine that normally would be super loud and annoying. But we're going to assume that the game is correctly configured to not be annoying with the engines. I also am not 100% sure that it is activated. It is not, so let's activate it. 2, 1, go. Oh, listen to that. Quiet, quiet sound. Yeah, that is really close. This is gonna be how you say interesting. As in, oh god, we're all gonna die. Now we're gonna be fine. We're gonna miss it by meters here. Getting ready to take some screenshots as we go by. Nice. Okay. Back to work. Enough flim-flam and flabbily-doodle. Let's get this thing back to work. Now, yeah, we are not taking fuel from these guys. Their fuel priority is -10. If we make it 1, it does take it out of there. Haha. So let's make this one 1 as well. That way we can throw these away when the time comes, and then we're not using fuel in these. That makes things much, much easier. You could actually enable staging on this thing. And do this, and it'll tell us exactly how much... no, it doesn't. It doesn't know anything. So let's just burn this fuel up. And all that construction. Oh no, we time warped to it. Never mind. I was going to say all that construction took the better part of our day, but that's not actually true now, is it? Yeah, sadly, it's a little boring burn here. I guess I could probably time warp. Oh yeah, even 4 times works. Definitely not going to try to turn in 4 times time warp. So once we get down to about 30 seconds of burn time left, I'll go back down to double time, and then at about 10 seconds I'll go down to 0. There we go. Double time. See how our thing's doing. 15 seconds. Let's go down to 0, and now we're going to watch this to see when it actually happens. Get back aimed at it. Ready to hit X here. Okay, let's add a sphere of influence change when it lets me. There we go. 27 days. So yeah, that's 2 orbits from now. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just the way it is. Moonsat 1 is more time or less time, whatever you want to say away. So let's go ahead and jump to him. And his solar panel is not in the sun. We also are not 100% sure that he's going to have a connection. So let's go ahead and get him on his thing. Let's time warp here. Couple orbits. We're far enough away from Kerbin that we don't wander off the maneuver node too much. We don't have a connection. So I'm glad we chose what we chose. we chose wisely. So let's go down to time to do our burn here. And let's hit it. Maybe we'll get our connection back. I don't think so. The next station is Harvester Massive, and it's over here somewhere. So it'll happen not too long. I think our tweak burn might have to wait. But we'll find out. And we have to rename Kerbin National Space Station 1 ship, that's for sure. There's a moon encounter that we don't want. That's the closest I can get. So now we just need to wait till we have comms. So let's go ahead and fast forward until we have comms. There we go. Now we can delete this maneuver node and just burn prograde a little bit. And do the same thing. We're going to add a sphere of influence alarm as soon as it lets me. There we go. Okay, Moon one's at 26 days. It's actually the next thing to happen. But we are going to go back to Kerbal Space Center instead. I don't know why yet, but we're going to do that. I think I want to look at the possibility of upgrading things. In particular, I would like to update R&D. That's just not going to happen. $9 million. Mission Control has a lot of contracts, and there's even more available that we can do. We might want to do some of these anomaly surveyors just to get to tag them out. TMA2 we could accept. I don't actually remember where that is. It's the only one I don't have a good location for and actually put a space center by. So I think I'm going to ignore it for now. And take these easy ones, TMA3 and TMA4. They're easier for me because they are they're closer by. So we're going to bang these 2 out and just get them done with. So we're going to accept this contract here, and then we are going to back out, and then we are going to hire another Kerbin. Oh, actually no, Jeb's here, so we're going to use Jeb. So we don't have to hire someone to be a pilot. I would prefer not to because you're probably not going to see a lot of use if you're a pilot. But let's go ahead and go to the tracking station. And we have accepted a contract for TMA-3. Here's TMA-2, which is actually... Oh, it's really close to Barkanor, so we can actually take that one. We can do all of these. But here's TMA-4, which we don't have a thing for. Here's TMA-3, and sadly it's in the dark. So let's go ahead and time warp here. Let's actually check maneuver nodes. That's weird. Oh, nobody has a maneuver node. Everybody's thing's a sphere of influence, but it's quite a ways away, right? Let's do this. Let's set our space center to be this. Not Harvester Massive. Here we go. Set our space center to be TMA-3. Let's leave the facility, and you'll see a new space center. This is something you haven't seen yet in the thing. Don't worry about the ground here. It'll eventually fix itself. Okay, never mind. It fixes itself in the other game. This is actually going to be very interesting because we're gonna kind of appear on the thing. But yeah, we've got 26 days, so yeah, we got plenty of time here. Let's go ahead and warp to Sunrise. But this is really cool. Apparently, it warps to Kerbal Space Center's Sunrise, which is not local Sunrise. But there's local Sunrise, and look at the sun rising in the north. That's because we are in the south. That's the way it works. Okay, let's go to the runway. We're going to go Death Trap 1 Mini. Jeb is going to be piloting it. We can't... That's interesting. We can't edit his suit from here. So let's go ahead and edit the ship instead. Because we need to edit the ship to not have... excuse me, to not have... an EVA pack, because there's no reason to have an EVA pack in there. That's just wasting stuff. So hopefully we will be able to launch this thing without it blowing up. Let's make sure Jeb's in here. Let's go ahead and launch. And the whole point of these missions is to get them done. Yeah, look at this. Okay, good. The brakes worked. So we're gonna activate navigation to TMA-3, and you see it's kind of up near this alleyway, which is kind of cool. So let's go ahead and pop the engines. I'm sure accelerating down this mountain is not going to be a big deal at all. We might take off before we even get to the runway. Or when we get to the runway, or after we've already gotten to the runway. We can't seem to get our surface speed. Oh, that's funny. When I try to lift up, my surface speed... Okay, that was not what I expected to happen. Let's revert this to the space plane hangar. There was a couple changes I wanted to make anyway. Somebody had mentioned a couple things. One, we don't want this to do pitch. We just want it to do roll. We don't want this one to do pitch, and I'm pretty sure these are... Yes. And then we just want this one to only do pitch, not roll. And then this is only yaw, not pitch or roll. So every Elevon here has its own thing. The other thing was really want to lower these even more and maybe raise these. That's kind of scary, but let's go ahead and try it. We're here to experiment. I'm going to raise these up just a little bit and then lower these just a little bit. That way, and maybe push them forward just because they're not touching anymore. They're kind of touching now, so let's assume that's fine. And actually, you know what? That's the exact opposite of what we wanted to do. So let's, we want to lower these so that the plane's tilted a little bit this way, and raise these, and that should be fine. That might be too much, to be honest. So let's do that. Okay, let's save it and launch it. And we're going to hit the spacebar right away. We won't bother targeting the thing until... there's the runway. We won't bother targeting the thing until we are in the air successfully. And that's assuming we get in the air successfully. There we go. And they also, I wish I remembered who it was, showed me how to do where you lock your you lock your things on. It's hold down Alt and then you hold the button, and it takes a little while for it to react when you're using the keyboard, but it totally works. You just got to be patient with it. Okay, so let's. No, I don't want to set the moon as a target. I would like, if possible, to activate navigation to TMA 3 thing. Thank you very much. And yeah, it's just I really liked how this Space Center sent the plane flying right down this canyon, just like Bear's Canyon back home. But obviously that didn't work the way I wanted it to. But hey, what are you gonna do? What you're gonna do is fly right to the marker, hop out of your plane. And get credit where credit is due for your work. It's a cool area. I enjoy it as an area. It's just I don't know how you're expected to ever find these things on your own without a marker. Like I could have flown through this canyon 100 times and never noticed this monolith up here. Speaking of taking 100 years to find something, I don't want my flight to take 100 years. There we go. Oh, I'm holding down Shift and not Alt. It's easy to do because Alt is also the Time Warp button, and I don't want Time Warp to screw up. Oh, geez. Alt-X cancels trim, which is very convenient when you want to cancel trim. Alt-X. There we go. But yeah, I feel like a pro now. I know exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so Jeb, as Val did, Jeb is going to go EVA and pull his chute when the time comes. Unlike Val, though, he's going to land at a sedate pace, flat on the ground, without trying to be a daredevil. That's the goal of Jeb. And so we're gonna do what we did before. We're gonna hit X to kill the engines. We're gonna pull back into a stall. We want as much time to do this as possible. I'm just going to go straight up here until the plane dies. And we're going to go EVA. And we are going to deploy our chute. And we'll just wait for it to deploy. Maybe. There we go. Force the issue a little bit. And I don't know what happened to the plane. I'm sure it's fine. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm sure it's not very fine. But Jeb doesn't care. So let's go down here. So nice and easy compared to mucking around in space. No wonder 90% of players never leave Kerbin's sphere of influence. And we're gonna do what Val did. We're gonna fly by it because that's cool. It's really cold up here. Can I go home now? You can in a minute, Jeb. You have to land your parachute first. Oh, there you go. You're fine. You're fine. Quit being a wuss. Okay, let's recover Jeb. Okay, Jeb just got us up to 100 points. Let's go ahead and try a different Space Center. Maybe this one will be better. Let's see. Where's the next TMA thing? There's one here. That's Barkanor. And there's one here. This one's going to be in the sun first. So let's do TMA 4 first. And we'll change our space center. It'll be morning time. We'll change our space center. Actually, you know what? Let's actually make it noon because it's a. If I remember correctly, this one's kind of hard to do, and having the sun be a little bit higher in the sky is probably a good idea. So let's go ahead and exit out. Let's go ahead and take this space center. The space center's looking better. Let's go ahead and take the TMA2 contract. A little bit buried, R&D is, but hey, you know, you can't have everything. Let's go ahead and put the Death Trap 1 Mini on the launch pad. It should remember. That's interesting. Oh, it's the, yeah, that's, never mind. That's fine. That's like the other saved one. Because trajectories isn't working, and I know I can fix it, I just don't want to bother. But because it's not working, any vessel that was made while it was installed can't load. You have to load them in the VAB and then save them again. So, let's see. We are very close to the TMA. Oh, I took the TMA2 contract, not the TMA4 contract. Let's go ahead and hold down the brakes and then go back to the Space Center. We'll just take the other contract as well. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Yeah, one thing about all these visual mods is the load times get a little interesting. Yeah, we picked the TMA2 and we can't take the TMA4, which is a bit annoying. So I'm going to recover Jeb. Because if I don't recover him, he'll stay here. And then let's move ourselves to Barkanor. And this one we can do in the sunrise here. Barkanor, of course, is KSP2. And that's a thing. Okay, where is TMA2 then? Let's, oh wait, we need to go to, yeah, it didn't look like this at all in my testing, just so you know. Let's go Death Trap 1 Mini, and let's launch it. Oh, it even shows up on the thing here. Accept your navigation. Let's go ahead and hit the space bar. Might as well just turn towards it. We could probably just drive over there, honestly. But where's the fun in that? It's only 6 kilometers away, 6.5. And it's also got a little bit of stuff around it, so we'll do a buzz run, where we just take a look at everything for funsies, and then I will. Then I'll jump out and get the thing. There's also this right here. That's a radar dish. That's actually one of the radar dishes that you can talk to Kerbin on from deep space. So here's the old Kerbal Space Center. If you played the game long enough ago, I did not. I missed it just. Whoa, this is bad. This is bad. Reverse Immelman there. Okay, Jeb, no more screwing around. Let go, deploy your chute, and let's get down to this thing. And yeah, I left the engine running on the plane. I was too busy not dying. So Jeb here is going to... Oh, listen to that. Look at that. Oh, he almost hit this old space center. But yeah, this satellite dish actually works. It gets transmissions from spaceships. Looks like an abandoned launch facility. Were there other Kerbals that made it into space before us? Well, we obviously knew that because we built a space center right next to the old space center. But, you know, I didn't write the script for the for the thing, so I can't really talk about it. Let's go ahead and recover our vessel. Jeb is our vessel. And we'll get the last one, and then we'll be done on Kerbin. We'll have seen all the anomalies on Kerbin and stuff. So yeah, I obviously need to do a little bit of fixing on this. I'm not sure why it's like this when it's not in when I set them up, but what are you going to do? Back to mission control. If I can select it, I can. Anomaly Surveyor, the final Kerbin Anomaly TMA4, which is what I thought we were going to before. So let's go ahead and go to it. That's up here, and go ahead and exit out. And if you're wondering why I'm doing this and not using Kerbin side or Kerbal constructs, it's because I can barely run with the mods I have, and any more memory sucking mods would just kill my game. So that's why. So anyway, let's go ahead and put Death Trap 1 Mini on the launch pad. And look at that, you can even see that one from here. Let's go ahead and activate navigation. Let's hit the space bar. I think we're going to try to use the runway this time, just because that doesn't look like a very friendly terrain to take off from. Not that the launch pad is much friendlier, but at least we've done it before. Okay, that's one way to do it. Whoa! I guess that's what you get for not having SAS on. Even though you're not supposed to use SAS with planes. Flying them crazily with it off is not always recommended, we'll say. Okay, let's go ahead and do Alt, get some trim on, get our trim on. And also then Time Warp. Yeah, Time Warp just doesn't work as well. You kind of have to have SAS on to get Time Warp to work. So I think I'm gonna quote unquote cheat here. And I know it's not cheating, it's just not the way it's done. But it's the way I do it. Because I don't want to have to wait a full 3 minutes. I have things to do. I have videos to edit. But we're flying into the mountains here. It's beyond this mountain. It's kind of cool looking here. Nice little landscape. Yeah, there's like this crazy valley here. Let's go ahead and slow it back down. Oh, that's pretty cool. Gonna kind of ski down this slope here because it works so well for Val. And take a look at what we got here. There it is, down in that valley. Let's go ahead and peg this thing vertical. Jeb can hop out. And we're wasting the... Oh, he's got his thing back. That's funny. Deploy your chute. There we go. And, oh, there goes the plane. Oh, the plane's going to land pretty close to the anomaly. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, boy, there it goes. Jeez, how far is it going to go? I'm actually curious now. It is never going to crash. That plane is just, it's its own thing. I assume it has crashed into the mountain over there by now. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, it has crashed. Okay. Okay, Jeb, enough sightseeing. Let's get this job over with here. And another anomaly found. Looks like a great place to hide. A super secret base. Super. Oh, there's the explosions. Super secret base. Super. Oh, boom. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay. Stop ragdolling. Let's recover Jeb and be done. And all told, for our efforts, we earned about $100,000. So not very much when it comes to what we need, but we're 2/9 of the way to R&D. We are 2/6, 2/5, well, 3/9 almost. But anyway, we're about halfway to a new launch pad, depending on what we end up wanting. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed watching this. If you did, please leave a like. It really helps. If you want to see more, please subscribe. I definitely enjoyed playing this, and I'm already subscribed myself, so I don't have to do that. I'm Superfluous J, though, and I will. As always. Might as well, right? Oh, it's in many pieces. Talk at you later.